Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so today we are moving way past that early AI magic wand phase. Where you just paste a prompt and cross your fingers hoping for the best. Instead, we're going to explore exactly how to build a highly efficient, absolutely professional development workflow using an entire team of specialized AI tools. We're talking about genuine, extreme productivity gains here. So, let's dive in together.
We've got a packed agenda. We're taking a quick journey through the entire software development lifecycle, starting with the rules and fundamentals, moving into your IDE, jumping over to the command line, setting up automated code reviews, orchestrating everything to run 24/7, and finally, locking the whole thing down with security. Let's get started.
Section 1. Ground Rules and Fundamentals. Before we write a single line of code, we really need to get the vocabulary of our new junior developer assistants down. Let's rapidly hit on some core terms, starting with tokens. Now, we all kind of know about tokens, but in an automated workflow, they basically become your literal currency. When you have autonomous agents talking to other agents, you can burn through your daily limits incredibly fast. So understanding your token usage is absolutely key to keeping this whole machine running smoothly without hitting, an unexpected bottleneck.
Next up is the context window. And look, with context windows today, we aren't just talking about a single file anymore. With tools pushing past 1 million tokens, your AI's short-term memory can now hold your entire application architecture in its brain all at once. That extreme scale is exactly what enables massive refactoring across dozens of files simultaneously. It's a real game changer.
And, well, that leads us right to hallucinations. We've all been burned by them, right? But think about this. When you have autonomous tools generating and testing code, an AI confidently inventing a deprecated library isn't just a minor annoyance anymore. It can silently break your entire build pipeline. In a 24/7 workflow, rigorous verification remains absolutely non-negotiable. Finally, we've got prompts. We know that vague inputs are going to give you vague code, but to run a true 24/7 workflow, your prompts need to be engineered just as strictly as the code itself. You are basically writing the new syntax now, detailing specific parameters, expected return types, and really strict error handling just to make sure the output is instantly usable. This brings us to our golden rule for AI-assisted development. Use the AI to handle the how. Let it do the repetitive boilerplate, the tricky regex, the unit tests, and the syntax formatting. But, and this is crucial, you, the human, must always handle the what and the why. You own the system architecture, you own the security decisions, and the complex business logic. Think of it like this. You are the senior dev guiding a very fast, very eager junior dev.
Section 2, the IDE copilot. Okay, rules are set. Let's dive into the first stage of our lifecycle, getting hands-on with real-time generation right in your editor using tools like GitHub Copilot.
Copilot is a full-on development partner. Actually, a really fascinating trick to optimize it is leveraging your neighboring tabs. Copilot literally scans whatever tabs you have open in your editor to dynamically build its context window. So if you're writing a JavaScript function that uses a specific CSS class, simply keeping that CSS file open right next to it will dramatically improve your auto-completions. It's that easy. You've also got these brilliant specific commands like typing @workspace to query your entire project, or just using /test to instantly generate unit tests for a highlighted function.
For example, if you jump into edit mode and prompt it with something like refactor to async await and add a 5-second timeout, Copilot is going to instantly, and I mean literally instantly, rewrite that function. It gives you a clear diff view right there in your file. You see the old code in red, the new code in green, and you can just quickly review and accept the changes line by line. Section 3, the command line heavyweights. Let's see how this all builds when we step out of the text editor and into the terminal.
This is where massive context windows and advanced reasoning really come into play. We have two absolute powerhouses in the command line interface right now, Claude Code and the Gemini CLI. Claude Code excels at deep, complex analysis. You can trigger its ultra-think mode and ask it to review your entire architecture for race conditions, which is incredible. Gemini, on the other hand, brings that massive million-token memory and is multimodal. Get this, you can literally take a screenshot of a user interface, pass that image file straight to the Gemini CLI, and ask it to generate the React component for exactly what it sees. No way, right? It's amazing.
Section 4, automated code review.
So now we have AI generating code in our editor and our terminal. But before anything gets merged, we desperately need a rigorous quality gate. Humans can so easily miss bugs when reviewing thousands of lines of AI-generated code. That brings us to automated code review with tools like CodeRabbit. CodeRabbit automatically analyzes your pull requests in minutes. It categorizes issues by severity, catching everything from trivial formatting nitpicks to minor dead code, major mistakes like hard coding an admin password, all the way up to critical security vulnerabilities like leaving an endpoint completely unauthenticated. It even gives you a button to instantly commit the fix right inside your pull request.
Section 5, Orchestrating the AI Workflow.
Okay, so we have Copilot, Claude, Gemini, and CodeRabbit. How on earth do we tie all these disconnected tools together so you aren't just furiously jumping between windows all day? Enter OpenClaw, the orchestration layer. OpenClaw acts like an always-awake digital team manager running locally on your machine. Unlike standard web chats that just clear their memory, OpenClaw has persistent 24/7 memory. And because it connects to messaging apps, it's incredible. Picture this. You could literally be out on a walk, get a Discord notification that a test failed, and text OpenClaw right from your phone to fix the test and open a pull request. It'll spawn a Claude session on your laptop sitting at home and do the work while you just finish your walk. Now, OpenClaw and your other command line tools reach their absolute final form through MCP, the Model Context Protocol. Think of MCP like an app store for your AI. Out of the box, an AI can really only type text. But with MCP, you grant your AI actual external capabilities. You give it the ability to browse the live web, run terminal commands, or even directly query your Postgres database to analyze real-time data. This builds the ultimate autonomous feedback loop. You can have Claude use its deep reasoning to plan the architecture. Then Gemini CLI generates the strict test cases. Next, Copilot's agent mode writes the actual implementation to pass those tests. And finally, CodeRabbit independently reviews the resulting pull request. This combination of specialized models constantly checking each other's work is exponentially more powerful than just relying on one single tool.
Section 6, Security and Final Thoughts.
Before we wrap up this explainer, we really need to address the most critical, sobering reality of using AI coding tools in professional environments. We have to ask, is your AI-generated code actually safe? You must remember that AI does not inherently understand your unique security context. A junior developer who can write code instantly can, unfortunately, also write devastating vulnerabilities instantly.
You absolutely must always run through a rigorous securities checklist. Never, ever accept code that hard-codes API keys. Always double-check that your AI didn't just string concatenate a database query, leaving you wide open to an SQL injection. Ensure your endpoints are actually authenticated. Blindly vibe coding an application without reviewing it for these basic security flaws is just an absolute recipe for disaster.
Ultimately, your goal with all these tools isn't just to type out boilerplate code a little faster, it's to step up. The best developers out there aren't going to be replaced by AI, they are going to evolve into architects managing their own 24/7 digital development teams. The tools are here, the workflow is absolutely proven, so the only question left for you is, are you ready to lead?
Welcome.